Welcome back, everybody. My name is Jordan, and welcome to this Jurassic edition episode of ToyPunks. This is a colossal, huge episode number 41. We are going to be unboxing the Super Colossal Tyrannosaurus Rex by Mattel, the Battle Damage exclusive from Walmart. This thing is massive, guys. It's a huge figure. I'm super stoked. It's crazy. You guys are going to love it. The music for this one is the band's Graf, Orlock. You guys can check them out on Spotify. They're from Los Angeles, California, and they are a pretty sweet hardcore punk band with a bunch of pop culture references. There's all sorts of cool movies that they blend together with their music, and they have a super fitting Jurassic Park cover kind of that I think you guys are going to like a lot. The album's called Destination Time Tomorrow. Once again, the band's called Graf Orlock. You guys can check them out on Spotify or Facebook. So yeah, that pretty much does it, you guys. We're going back to the Mesozoic time period, so grab your cane, grab your flare gun, jump into that Jeep, and let's get going because we are getting crazy. We are ToyPunks. Oi! What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of ToyPunks. Toy, P-U-N-K-S. My name is Jordan, and today we have a giant review for you guys. This thing is massive. It's the Roarin Super Colossal Tyrannosaurus Rex from the new line of Jurassic World toys made by Mattel. These just came out, guys. April 16th, they were supposed to drop. I know some people got them a little bit early, and it's awesome. They knocked it out of the park with these figures, guys. They've got a bunch of stuff from the new Jurassic World movie, and they also have a line called the Jurassic World Legacy Collection, which has some of the older characters from the older movies. And I've got a couple of toys from that collection, the Legacy Collection, but we're going to start it off with this thing because I just want to get them open. I've had it for a couple days. These toys all got released April 16th. Some people got them a little bit ahead of time. You know how that works. But I was able to get mine on the 16th, and so it's been sitting around a couple days, and I'm just super stoked to get it open. We've just been really busy, guys. So actually, I wanted to say something about that. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for sticking around and, you know, watching our videos. And we've had a lack of content lately. We've just been super busy. Myself, I've just been super busy. I recently went back to school, and Christo right now is in the process of moving to a new house. So you guys know how that is, being a collector, trying to, you know, pack all your stuff up. He's got so many toys to pack up, so it takes a lot of time, and I know he's dealing with that. He just got a new promotion in his job, so a lot of stuff. So we just don't have the time right now, but we're going to continue to try and pump out some videos for you guys, and also, you know, just share stuff on our Facebook page and our Instagram, just pictures if we can't do the videos for you guys. Maybe even do a couple live videos so we don't have to edit them, just to get these products out, the reviews of these products out to you guys as soon as we can. But enough talking about this. Let's go and check this figure out because this thing is huge, guys. It's giant. I mean, I'm talking about giant. Like I said before, you can't really tell how big it is probably in the video. I've got some stuff to show you guys a scale comparison, and so you guys can really kind of get an idea on how big this thing is. You guys can obviously see it's not even assembled yet. This there's a tail that's going to be put onto this thing. I'm assuming is down in here. So I'm going to have to assemble it for you guys. So real quick, I'm going to go over the box. I'm going to tell you guys there are quite a few different Tyrannosaurus Rexes that are out right now. And I know there's a lot of confusion about people figuring out which one is which and which ones do what and which ones are big, which ones are small. So I'm going to try and maybe throw some pictures up if possible so you guys can see. So starting out at the bottom of the list, I believe there is Tyrannosaurus Rex that's part of the Legacy Collection, how I mentioned before, which, you know, contains some of the figures from the old Jurassic Park movies. So I'm assuming that this is kind of, that figure is supposed to be in scale with those Legacy figures, and that's going to be the Extreme Chompin' Tyrannosaurus Rex, and that one just has some movement, I believe, button up at the top that you press to move his mouth up and down. So he's the cheapest one at $19.99, I believe, and he is also a cool T-Rex. I just personally don't have a T-Rex at the moment, so I was like, go big or go home, and I got this guy because he's just giant. So then after that, we have the Thrash and Throw T-Rex, which is a little bit bigger, I believe, as the extreme chomping one, and that one's really cool because he's got a lot of articulation. You can mess around and move his tail, kind of controls his whole body, so he kind of moves around and can, you know, thrash his head around and open his mouth, and he's a really cool figure. And then we've got the Super Colossal T-Rex, and there are two versions of that one. So this one that I got right now, you guys can see, is the battle damage T-Rex, and this is only available at Walmart. And he's exactly the same as the original, or not the original, but the regular Super Colossal Tyrannosaurus Rex. And that Super Colossal Tyrannosaurus Rex, that could be found anywhere that are carrying these. So Walmart, Target, I'm not sure other places, but online, obviously Amazon, you can find them. So he is pretty much the same as this, except for he does not have the battle damage. Same sculpt and everything, so you guys can kind of, we'll go over it a little bit more, but there's a little bit of battle damage here, like actually sculpted into it. So the original one does have that, just does not have the paint applications on it. It does not have the paint here and the paint there. And also he does not roar. So the Walmart exclusive one does roar, which this is what this one is, and the regular Tyrannosaurus Rex does not roar. So it's really up to you guys what you guys like. Personally, I do think that the blood on here does look a little bit cheesy, but for pretty much the same price, I believe this one might be $5 or so cheaper than the just regular Colossal Tyrannosaurus Rex. Just maybe because Walmart sells it and they can get away with selling stuff a little bit cheaper. They run around the $40 to $50 price range. This was $52 after tax. And yeah, so I mean, for the same price pretty much, just maybe a $5 difference, and this one's actually $5 cheaper, you get the roaring effect out of it, which I personally like that a lot. And, you know, if I really wanted to, I could paint this thing and get rid of this blood here, which, excuse me, to me is not that big of a deal. I personally, you know what, I think the battle damage is cool. It's just a little bit more metal. It's just kind of crazy giant T-Rex with some blood on him. You know, it's awesome. So, real quick, kind of went on a tangent there. So, I want to go over this box. This review is going to be a little bit difficult to do just because I do not have the space and our backdrop's not that huge. So, if you guys happen to see a little bit beyond the backdrop, apologize about that. But like I said, this thing is huge, and it's going to be a little bit harder to kind of get this thing in frame for you guys. So real quick, I've got a Star Wars Black Series 6-inch Stormtrooper figure, and I'm going to set this right here for you guys to see just how ridiculously huge this thing is. Let's see, I'm going to try and move this down just a little bit so you guys can see. All right, so you guys can see him standing up right there. Obviously his feet are a little bit cut off, but you get the picture. I mean, this thing is huge. I mean, look at the head. This is a 6-inch figure, like I said, and it is not even the size of his head. So, I mean, this thing is giant, and it's not even put together yet. So, we'll see how this is going to work out. Me trying to get him in the frame. It's going to be a little bit crazy. So, going over the box, you guys can see we have the Jurassic World logo right here. We have some images from the movie right here. We also have Super Roarin Colossal Tyrannosaurus Rex, also said in some different languages right there. Battle damage. You get in the background, you guys can see like the volcano there. You see right here it says try me, so you can try it in here. And real quick, oh yeah, that is awesome, real cool. So pretty much that's the front of the box. Now let's kind of bring this down here, and you guys can see on the top of the box there, just Jurassic World logo, Tyrannosaurus Rex. Okay, now let's try and get this side of the box. You guys can see nothing really, just kind of supposed to look maybe like a cage, I guess. Jurassic World. On the other side here, same thing, Jurassic World. And then let's check out the back here. Okay, so on the back, we've got some diagrams and some pictures here showing you what's up with this thing, how crazy it is. So let's go over that real quick. So you guys can see here we have Tyrannosaurus Rex right here, and it says open mouth for a booming roar. So you guys can see here this kind of indicating that he does have some sound effects to him. You guys can see how big this thing is compared to some of the other dinosaurs that are in this wave of figures. And then you have a picture of a kid playing with it there. You have another picture showing how the dinosaurs can fit into his mouth. And then it says swallows and stores up to 20 mini dinosaurs. So I don't have any of the mini dinos. Those are the really small ones. I want to try and grab a couple if I can see them at the store, just, you know, so we can swallow some. And so it's pretty cool. I'm stoked. And then over here you guys can see just kind of the mini dinos and the different ones. Velociraptor, Blue, all the different dinosaurs there. So that pretty much does it for the packaging. I know that went on a little bit long with that intro, but let's crack this guy open. Let's get into him. Take a chomp out of this packaging. Let him rip it open and get him out and check out the Colossal T-Rex. Toy Punks, oi! Alright guys, we are back and we have this T-Rex out of the box, and man, this thing is crazy big. Look how big it is. We had to use 2 different backdrops just because this thing is giant. I mean, seriously, it does not look that big, and you guys probably, in scale with my hand, can't really tell, but we'll bust out that Stormtrooper figure, and this is a 6-inch Black Series Stormtrooper figure, so pretty decent size, and you guys can see just how crazy it scales with it. I mean, the thing is massive right there. He's just standing there, and it scales awesome. I think it looks great. He's going to be a great accessory. He's kind of big, obviously, to store for people who don't have a lot of space. Like, I don't have much space, so it's going to be kind of hard to display this thing, but he's dope, man. This thing is awesome. So we're going to go over the articulation real quick. We'll set this guy aside real quick, and we're going to go over some articulation. So you guys can see the mouth. It opens and closes, and check it out. He roars. He's got a couple different roar sounds. And this is the Walmart, you know, battle damage one. That's the best roar right there. But this is the Walmart battle damage, and he's the only one that does roar. So that's pretty sweet. I think for even like $5 cheaper, I think I mentioned this before, you get a deal. I mean, if you guys aren't too sure about the blood, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, it does look a little bit cheesy, but to me, with the roaring, it totally makes up for it. So it's really just, you know, what you prefer and what you like best. So you guys can see that we have some arms that have a little bit of articulation there. Both of them move individually. Not much going on. That's about it. And then the legs. And you guys saw when I assembled him, you had to put on the leg. So I was trying to take the leg off, and it was kind of weirding me out. So I was having difficulty trying to take them off. It was kind of sketching me out. So I'm just going to leave it on there. I'm not going to really show you guys. You can kind of see in the unboxing video how I put it on there. And yeah, so you get kind of a little bit of movement there. You can put him in different poses. You know, obviously you can have him posed up like this. Just mess around with his legs. So you guys can see that. And then if you want him just like kind of crouched down, you can make that happen right there. So it's cool. It'll give you a lot of different kind of variations. And you guys can see just how big this thing is. I can't even get it into the frame, the whole thing, because he's huge. Ridiculous. I mean, this tail is just giant. Super awesome. So you guys can see while we have the tail in frame, let's check this out. So this is the articulation you get with the tail. So not much. Pretty much, I think the reason why they did this is to kind of help out with the balancing as well, because some of the positions you want to get him in, you're not going to be able to do with his tail. So it's nice to be able to have that option there, so that way you can kind of balance him out and have different movements. So like overall, I think the figure is sweet. I think it could use a little bit of articulation, maybe up in the head, so you can, you know, make him kind of turn around. But he looks cool. The paint is all right. It's not bad. If you guys can see a look up here, I'm trying to focus in. So you got couple different colors, some like beige and brown and darker brown, a little bit of like splatter effect there, which I'm not sure, maybe mud or something like that. So not a super detailed paint, but it would be really fun to paint this guy. I've already seen some pretty cool people doing some custom stuff with paint effects on theirs, and it looks awesome. So that's really cool and something that I was kind of taking into consideration, but we'll see what's up. Alright, so let's go over pretty much the last thing, which is the play feature of this toy here. So, like I showed you guys before, this is a 6-inch figure. And, you know, it's average stormtrooper. But check it out. So this thing opens up, and you guys can see all the way down up in there. And bam. He straight up swallows a 6-inch figure. And it's awesome. And then you guys can see right down there. Pop this open. And out he comes. So that's really awesome. You know, it says to swallow the mini dinos, which I have a couple actually in the other room I should have grabbed for you guys to show you guys that. But yeah, it works awesome. I mean, he can swallow a bunch of stuff, and it's sweet. No issue really at all. Bam. Comes right out at the bottom. He's sweet. This thing is super crazy. I'm loving it the more and more, just having him around. I don't think I'm going to get rid of him. I think I'm going to have this guy for a while. It'd be cool to build like maybe a crazy like weathered old school looking saddle or something to have like figures riding them. It scales great with 6-inch figures, and that's mainly what I collect. So it's really cool. I'm loving this thing. So yeah, that pretty much does it, you guys. Let us know what you guys think about this figure. If you guys have one, if you like it or not. I mean, I think it's sweet. I think it's rad. I think it's super huge and super crazy, and it's just a super fun toy and just a crazy thing to have around. He's dope. Straight up. So cool. So I'm super stoked to get some of this other Jurassic World figures. I've already picked up some of the Legacy stuff, so we're going to be putting that out soon. So make sure you guys check back with us. And that wraps it up for the T-Rex. ToyPunks. Oi. Thank you guys so much again for tuning into another episode of ToyPunks. This has been a Jurassic Crazy Edition episode number 41. We've got music by Graf, Orlock. The album's called Destination Time Tomorrow. You guys can check them out on Spotify. Really cool hardcore punk band from LA. Give them a shot because they got a bunch of other cool, awesome songs. Overall, the figure I think is phenomenal. This thing is huge. It scales great with 6-inch figures. It's going to be a great figure. He's going to take up a lot of room, so people with smaller spaces and don't have that much room, I can see that kind of being an issue. And the lack of articulation kind of sucks, but overall the thing is awesome. It's a really sweet piece and just kind of a fun thing to have around, and people get a kick out of it. So I'm super stoked about it. Let us know what you guys think in the comments, and if you guys haven't already, subscribe to us up here on YouTube. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on Facebook. Hit us up with any questions about the figure. If you guys have anything you guys would like us to review, let us know. We got a bunch of stuff coming your way. We've got more Jurassic Park toys. We've got a bunch of stuff coming out for you guys. So thank you guys so much once again. My name is Jordan, and this is ToyPunks. Oi!